All right, so these are my top cities in Florida. If you're thinking about relocating and you want to know what are the top cities for different reasons to relocate to, well, stick around this video. I'm going to go over the top 4 cities. That's it. There's only 4. There's not 5. If you're thinking there's 5, nuh-uh, there's 4. That's it. Let's get to it. So the first city I want to mention is Pensacola, Florida. It's located in the Panhandle. It's the furthest city to the left of Florida, right before you get to Mobile, Alabama. And it is an amazing small historic city. If you didn't know about it, it is actually the first settlement here in Florida and the entire United States, but it was destroyed by a hurricane. It was abandoned. So you have a lot of rich history in Pensacola. You have a lot of houses that you could possibly buy, and that's one of the good things about it. This city is full of museums, a lot of natural history. It has some of the most beautiful beaches in the entire state and possibly in the entire country. You have white sand beaches that are relatively private, very easily to get to. You don't have to pay a lot of money for parking, and it's just a pleasant place to be overall. If you want a very low income area, if you want a very low cost of living area where you can grow, save money. So if you're working remotely, if you're working from home and you don't have to worry about finding this high paying job, Pensacola is a great area because of the cost of living is so much cheaper. Check here in this graph where the cost of living in Pensacola is compared to rest of Florida. It is drastically different. It is an investor's dream. You do have a lot of Navy people who move in and out there. So if you have rental properties, this is a great place to be because they get subsidized housing. Because you have so many military families moving in and out, a lot of people, no matter what income bracket, go there for flight school. It's very common. And when they retire, they want to come back to where? Pensacola. So you have a lot of people coming and going, has fond memories of the location, and it's a slowly growing population. So the actual city itself hasn't grown that much over the years, but the people who are replacing the people who were originally there are much more high income earners. A lot of people with remote jobs, a lot of people who have high incomes from moving into the area, buying up the old homes or buying up the land that have been abandoned for a while and building their houses there. So you could definitely get a nice sized property, a brand new construction in the 500s there in the downtown. That is it's a pretty good investment area because of all the building up they're doing in the area. So you have a small city, a historic downtown. You have a stadium that's in place already. You have tons of people who go there for CrossFit games because that's a very popular event there in downtown Pensacola. You have a lot of money the city is spending on infrastructure and to actually build up the area with parks that is attracting a lot more people to the area. Even people from Texas, it's very common to see people moving from Texas and other areas down to Pensacola. And currently Pensacola has built a lot of houses. A lot of new construction houses have been built. So if you're looking to get a deal, please reach out down below. I can set you up with a lot of my close real estate agents there because we know the area pretty well and where to buy to get a pretty decent property that is going to be an asset in the future and a long-term investment for sure. That area has a lot of potential for growth, and the surrounding Gulf Breeze area right there, those are amazing opportunity areas just due to the suppressed pricing of all the local real estate there and the opportunity that you can go in there and invest now. And because they built up so many new homes, you probably get a pretty good deal home price. So later down the road, when interest rates go down, you can refinance and you'll be able to have a cash flowing property. The next area that you may consider moving to in Florida would be Sarasota. So this city alone is very close to Tampa. It's a lot more tropical than Tampa though. The beaches there are amazing. They have good public schools that are desirable for a lot of families. The beaches are very white sand beaches. Siesta Key is ranked as one of the best beaches in the entire world. Parking there is free, pro tip. So a lot of these places you have to pay per parking, but in Sarasota you don't have to for Siesta Key. It's very easily and conveniently accessible for most people. There's some very highly desirable areas in the Sarasota area, such as west of the trail. That location is a great opportunity area if you can find a good deal on a plot of land. And the other part is the downtown area of Sarasota is very lively. A lot of people go there. It is a very nice area full of arts, crafts. If you're into art, Sarasota is a great place to live and work at as well. The downtown market on the weekends is amazing. If you're into arts and crafts, a lot of local artists have very unique works that you can buy there and put in your house. The only major downfall I see of Sarasota, just want to be honest, is has a lot of development that's happened over the years post-pandemic, and with all the new construction, there's a lot of inventory coming to the market that could be suppressing home values in the future. And the migration trends to the area, there's been a lot of finance companies moving towards Tampa, and a lot of workers prefer to live in Sarasota. That may slowly start changing, but it would definitely give you an opportunity to buy a house there for much lower now than you would have paid possibly a year ago. You can probably put an offer in a little bit lower. You don't have to go above asking price, so it's gonna be a lot easier to get your offer approved below asking price at these current rates and the current demands in the area. But as future growth continues, Sarasota is gonna be a nice area to invest in, to buy a house, because of the inflow of the financial companies, and they're still gonna be moving down. It's just people buying homes is very suppressed right now, and there's a lot of rental properties already in the area. So definitely work with a local real estate agent who knows the area well, so you're not catching a fallen knife per se. Number 3, it's going to be Miami. So if you want to know one of the most unique places in the entire country is, it is Miami, because it's practically its own country. There's things that you will see there that you would never see in another state and another city. It's very different. If you want a different type of city to live in, Miami's there. If you want to go somewhere to become somebody or learn, I don't know, say swag or different style or develop yourself, Miami is a great place for that. People there are very unique, very different. Lively characters are there. If you want to be around a very strong Latin vibe, that is the place to be as well. It's practically the capital of South America. It sounds weird, that's in Miami, but you have so many investors that are coming from South America into the Miami area, buying up property to secure their wealth and secure their investment. So real estate prices there are very high compared to the rest of Florida because of the outside investments from people from Latin America. And this is a great opportunity to buy there and get an opportunity to own part of the real estate, because it's very desirable for many people in the state, but also internationally. Besides Dubai, Miami is the number 2 place in the entire world, Earth, of where to invest, where people are flocking their money to for high earners as well. You probably just heard Jeffy from Amazon is moving down there as well. It's a very highly desirable area. You have a lot of different cultures mixed in. It's very unique. The land is very scarce. So as an investor mindset, you go somewhere where scarcity is key, and Miami is definitely one of those areas. Now, if you don't like being around lots of people, Miami is a very full area. There's many people there, and it's hard to find land. Miami can be expensive. Miami can be difficult if you have to work in a Spanish-only environment. But if you want to learn the culture, if you want to learn the different languages, Miami's a hot spot. It's definitely a spot to be seen. It's a spot to definitely change who you are if you wanted to go down that route. But I just have to put it because it is a unique area. You're not going to find another place like this in the USA, and it's a great opportunity place to actually live, experience, because if you believe in climate change, it's going underneath water, so you may not be able to experience it later. So experience it now. Now I want to say the best for last. I think number 4 is Boca Raton. Obviously, it's where I live and it's my paradise. So my wife and I, we traveled through the entire state of Florida, looking at different areas. Where do we want to live? Where do we want to stay at? Lived in North Florida, traveled all throughout South Florida and Central Florida, and we kept coming back to Boca because of the area. And Boca, just like Miami, is very different compared to rest of the state. Boca's, as you can tell, most part, it's very, very clean, has a very decent public school system, highly regarded. As parents, we look at the public school system very heavily and heavily influence our decision to move here. The environment is very clean. It's not too politically leaning either way, so you don't have to worry about the area being too left or right. You get a good mixture. There's a lot of businesses here, a lot of well-off people. You don't have to deal with poverty as much. Crime is not so bad. And these are all stats you can definitely look up and compare to other parts of Florida. But I feel very, very safe just walking around with my phone out. I don't feel like anybody's gonna steal my phone or trying to rob me as I'm walking down the neighborhoods. And all these neighborhoods are relatively close together. The city of Boca is relatively small, so it's not like this very, very large area where you're gonna get lost. It's pretty easy, all the main highways. And as long as you know where you have to work and where you possibly wanna live, this area is very easy to navigate. And I may be biased, but I think the value for what you're getting is fairly decent. You're getting beautiful tropical weather year round. You're getting getting amazing schools, you're getting fairly nice people, and you get a good mixture of hustle culture versus hospitality. I really like the area. Been here for a little while now, and definitely consider it my paradise. Your paradise may be different, you know? So I definitely think Boca, for my family, at the stage we are in life, is our paradise. We definitely work to get here, and it's a goal, you know, like a trophy house is a trophy city to be in. I feel like you have to want it to live in a place like this, because everybody else is going to outwork you, and it keeps you very motivated. I'm at a period in my life where, you know, motivation's key, discipline's key, and you have to have it to be here. Overall, I think those top 4 cities are the best places to move to or want to inspire for different reasons. If you want a low cost of living location, you want a place that is very easy to live in, laid back, beautiful beaches, Pensacola. If you want a place that is, you know, growing rapidly, a lot of people moving there, a lot of financial folks, again, beautiful beaches, nice vibes, Sarasota. If you want a very unique area, very different than most parts of Florida, a very strong Latin vibe, high density, possibly a lot of great opportunities, investment properties, Miami. If you want just an overall trophy city, clean, good schools, tropical environment, Boca. These are top cities of mine. The other ones, either they're not that great or they're not on my top list, but I think these are the only main cities there are, and I wouldn't move pretty much anywhere else in Florida. If you have any questions or concerns, comment below. I'd like to hear your opinions. What are your top cities in this state? Because there's only so many. So, bye.